Hello friends, this is Brain from GameBrain.media, and I'm going to play some Fishing Planet today. In fact, I'm going to the Florida Everglades, and my goal is to beat my personal best for a largemouth bass. Current largemouth bass record for me is 13 pounds, .434 at the Everglades. I also have a peacock, a unique peacock bass at 10.040 pounds, but that was in Marin River. So I think the peacocks are larger there than they are in Florida. And it looks like my game is not actually loading in Stream software. There it is. All right. So we're looking at the globe in Fishing Planet. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure that the overlay is going to work by saying, hello, world. And get out of that. And yes, indeed, the overlay works. So I'm not going to do this stuff. I don't want the chat window. We're going down here to the Florida Everglades. But before we go, let's take a look at this guy right here. Unique largemouth bass, 13.434 pounds. Now you can't see my mouse, but you can see this guy get highlighted, right? Now while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and look at the records for, let's see, choose sorting by fish. And I really want that overlay to go away. Here we go. Fish. Fish. I just want to look at largemouth bass. And here they are. It doesn't tell you where they were caught. Well, look at that. Well, they may have reduced the unique, the size of a unique that can be attained. Unless, am I looking at, no, I'm not looking at competitions. And then globally, sort by fish. Fish with a number? That's really bizarre. Okay, close that. Choose sorting. Unique. But you have no idea what the hell fish it is. Okay, so that's, I don't know what that is. And I'm not doing a competition, but in competitions, I wonder. Yeah, okay, so you can't sort by stuff there. So we're looking at the largemouth bass, and they only go up to 12.5 pounds now. Well, that's weird. Well, now let's try the location and specify Everglades. Yeah, still 12.5 is a maximum. And I kind of really didn't want to launch into this guy's profile, but all right, so let's get rid of let's make all locations for largemouth bass. Wow, it looks like I may never get a 13 pounder again. That might be something they've changed in the game, or maybe people just aren't fishing for them. There's no date here. And these are people in the level 30s. Well, here's 65, 65, 65, 65, right? So, I mean, where else are you going to get a largemouth bass? Well, yeah, I guess there are several. Let's go look for the peacocks. It's butterfly peacock bass. Yeah, and mine's 10.040. I got it on a major popper in Marin. All right, so now let's go to the everybody's records and crap, I already forgot what it was called. Butterfly. ABC. Butterfly peacock bass. Whoa, they're in the 11s. I'm gonna guess that that was probably a Marin. So I'm gonna take a peek at this guy's laundry list. Let's see, he had an 11 pounder, so it's going to be down here somewhere. Oh, look at that. Historic spotted bass. 17. Oh, 17 inch. Freaked me out. All right, 20 inch, 2 point something pounds. We're looking at the poundage. 13 pounds, 13 pounds. Here's a 12 pound there. Then the butterfly. There it is. There's his unique butterfly. It doesn't tell me where this was caught though. If I go to 3D view, does it do it? Yeah, he got it at Marin River. All right, so the big butterflies are in Marin River, and it looks like they may have reduced the size of the largemouth, man. But we're gonna find out. Let's give this a shot. Take a look at my inventory real quick. Okay, I'm bringing 3 bait rods. I got one with a 6 pound line because I want to make this fun, interesting, and challenging. And you get a lot of little fish, three to 4 pounders. So catching them on a 6 pound line is pretty easy. But there is a threat here of gar grabbing your stuff, um, and they will, and that kind of bites. But a gar will grab your bait, and you'll fight for forever, and sometimes they'll break your line off. So anyway, I like to throw 3 bait rods from the dock on a rod stand, and then I cast. So I have a 6 pound, a 10 pound setup as far as the line weight, right? So I got an 11 pound rod, 10 or 11 pound reel, and 10 pound line. Using a 4/0 hook and a shiner. Here I'm using a 4/0 hook and a frog. I haven't really used frogs for bass at this particular pond in the Everglades. I've always used shiners and large minnows. So my big rig for bait is a 22 pound rod, 20.9 pound reel, 20 pound line, 4/0 hook and a shiner, and then I got a bottom rod. And this is 25 pound line on a 31 pound rod. I should be good to go with that. 4 pound or a 4/0 hook and a large minnow. I just realized that that's the X Series 4/0, and I should probably change all these out to the X Series 4/0. It's weird, but it just seems to work better. And I don't know how and where, why I got these, but I'm gonna go ahead and set myself up with them. I maybe shouldn't have put that on my lightweight rod because I'm afraid that I'm gonna lose that setup to a damn gar, but we'll see. All right, so then the bottom, I got that. Okay, and then I'm going to bring a 7.5 pound rod, 7.7 pound reel with 6 pound line because it's as close as I could get without going to braid and buying stuff. But I love my red frog popper, 37 gold pieces for that. It has made me a lot of money for the game, but I wish it wasn't gold pieces. I lost my X Series frog, and in fact, let's have a look here under the lures. I think it's here. Yeah. I got the yellow frog popper and my trophy frog popper also. And I think you get this from doing one of these mission series. I forgot where I got that thing. But yeah, I lost the X Series that came from a 30-day challenge. I wish I could repeat that and regain that X Series popper frog. It was the best lure I've ever had. But while we're here, let's have a look at the other lures that I'll typically be using. Walkers in a variety of sizes. I wanted to get some with a 4/0 hook, so they came in 2 ounce varieties, and that was pretty much it. But like I said, I got the frog poppers, and then I got some regular poppers and major popper. 3/0, 3/0, and 2/0 on these. Here's a 4/0 on that popper and 4/0 on that popper. That's what I want. Then I got my crankbait. This was what I think I got my I think I got that 13 pounder on this crankbait right here. But it was on a heavier rod, I believe. Yeah, so I set myself up here with this. And I do like this setup. The jig winner, 13 pound. I think it's a 12 pound reel. It gets me 12 pound line. And then that glow crank. And let's just validate my claim. Yep, I got him on the 3 foot deep 2/0 crankbait. Now that was a long time ago. They do show the date. That was July of 2019. So about a year and a half ago, over a year and a half ago. So the game has had a lot of patches, and they just might not make 13 pounders anymore. We'll go find out. All right, and gonna pop out of here, get back over to my inventory, and we'll look at the final rod. I'm bringing a 23-pound rod with a bait caster, or a casting rig, I should say. Um, and I got this with some kind of DLC that I won from a raffle, probably from Warlord Sully or Crystalli. So, anyways, haven't used a bait caster in real life, or maybe I did use one of my friends. Didn't really care for it. It was kind of weird to get used to. When you're used to using a normal spinner rod or spinner. We'll see how this goes though. And that's about it. Now, what the hell is this? Oh, that's recipe crap. So, go back to the globe, hit the Everglades, let this thing load up while I grab a drink. Travel. Yeah, I have fished so many times at Florida. I went ahead and bought the unlimited license. It was well worth it to me. I usually head right here. And what is this place called? The Lily Pad Channel. And hey, we all know you cast right up here. Oh, you can't see my mouse. You cast into that little V gap to the right of this dock that I've highlighted. The dock. Go out to the end of the dock, cast into that V channel, and it's loaded. If you notice to the side of the dock there's a little upside down rowboat. On the opposite side of the dock, there's a couple of lily pads, lily pad islands that are just awesome. But we're going to go up here to infinity channels or infinity tunnels. This floating thicket is primarily peacocks, and I think we've established that the biggest peacocks are going to be in Marin. So I'm just going to aim at the largemouth. Now, I've seen other people get uni-large over here, so I'm going to give that a try. For starters, oh yeah, I want to make sure that go ahead and do a private room since I'm streaming, and let's go fishing. Oh man, I had somebody comment on my YouTube video about Fishing Planet Falcon Lake trout, a unique rainbow trout. So he's actually got his own real life fishing channel. So that was really nice to get a thumbs up from a real life fisherman about my stupid video. But that was really cool, actually, for him to even leave a comment. It helps immensely when you're a streamer or when you're a YouTuber. Um, and what was my point? Oh, that I ended up rewatching that video and decided that, man, I need to go back there. That is such a fun place to fish, I'm telling you. All right, so I came through here. I had markers all over the dang place. And because I kind of just remember them now, fortunately. Let me see. Shift 1 gets it down, right? All right. Come on, where's rod 2? Whip it out. And what's the magic? F11 so that you can cast this thing. I'm not going to get a very far cast with it, though. So we're going to go ahead. And that same general area is usually a really good fishing spot. I am afraid that first rod is already snagged. Yeah. Really don't want to crank up the drag. Oh man, it feels like this game has definitely had some updates. There we go. Well, at least we're free. Man, this reel is super slow retrieve. I just put these things together this morning for the hell of it. And it's not a tried and true rod and reel setup that I'm familiar with, but we do have a fish on, which I guess is our third cast, or our second cast actually. I threw the bobber out that got stuck, and now we got the chubby out. And it's a 10-pound line. It's going to be a small fish. Yeah, peacock. Yeah, I think that point right there is Peacock City. Oh, a trophy, really? At only 4.6. Well, whatever. Um, Go ahead and try to just hit that marker. In fact, once I get this out there, let's take a look at that marker. I didn't even look at my depths. Wow, it's been ages since I've played this game. But that particular marker is trophy butterfly peacock. All right, well, this is on a 6-pound line, so if this is a 4-pounder, it's going to put up a fight. Yeah, it feels lighter than that. Very flexible rod, huh? Oh, it's going to put up a fight. Well, that's great because I'll get more XP because I'm already level 65. And we all know I need XP, right? That's why it's like, if you have the level, you might as well just come overpowered. I could have just brought all rods with like 20 and 30-pound lines, right? But, all right, I don't want this one to jump off, but I don't want this one to get away. So I'm going to go ahead and set this hook. Ah, well, there was no setting the hook about it. It was already hooked. Hopefully I can get it out of the water quickly enough to pick the other one up before it gets away. And yeah, this area is just pretty much going to be butterfly, man. At least that specific point. However, I had some markers here, and off in the distance there to the right side of that center channel, that's where I was getting largies. Well, it was a mix, a hit and miss mix. Come on, kids. It's got to get tired out by now. Maybe not. Hey, it's a largie. Yeah, what do you know? Only a 3-pounder, and he put up that big of a fight. Wow, that's impressive. All right, so we're gonna shoot over that way. I'm surprised how far this. Oh, I have a bigger bobber on it. Yeah, casting that much further than this rod, but I've only got a chubby on here. As far as the bobber and the weight and my distance I can cast. Okay, so now I want to get this third rod out here. Come on. And go for that spot. Can't quite reach it. But yeah, it's got a bigger bobber on it also. And now we're going to go for the bottom rod and see if we can get out there. Yeah, that's the spot. It's way the hell out there. Okay. Then, let's see, rod number 5 is my frog popper, and I'm just going to start casting the edges here. All right, all right. I mean, this is a good problem to have, isn't it? So we're just going to keep pulling this guy in, then see what we have here. I don't want him to get off, so I'm going to go ahead and get it started and hope the other guy doesn't get off. Ooh, the bottom sniper is cool. I have not used this before. It looks good. Blue and white, baby. Looks really cool. All right, so I'm going to swap back. Oh, crap. Well, this is Florida. Fishing in Florida is like this, man. It's so awesome. That's why I love this map. It's just non-stop action the whole time you're here. So, I'm afraid that the guy in the rod holder at position 4 is going to get off. Uh-oh, uh-oh. That bottom rod might get off. Man, the line went super slack. Yeah, crap. Oh, a trophy large, 4.5. All right, well, it wasn't the one that I thought was that. This is the one where the line went slack. I thought this guy was going to get off. I left that one on the rod stand too damn long, and that's why he got off. Oh, what the heck is this? Oh, it didn't look like a large one was coming out of the water. Only a 4.5. That's crazy, man. I thought trophies started at 5 pounders. So maybe they have done a reduction of trophy and unis here. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to remember. I haven't used any these rods, and I don't know how they're set up, so I'm gonna have to pay attention to my drag. I mean, here looks like I could go another click on the drag and get this fish in faster. Don't want to lose. Don't want to lose it. Or don't want to snap a line though, and then lose my setup. And I'm surprised they're hitting this frog, which, like I said, I typically have only used shiners and large minnows. I probably tried redworms and night crawlers when I was a low level and didn't have access to the advanced baits. You know, you can only buy certain baits as you level up through the game. Honestly, this has been one of my favorite games of all time. I have more hours in this game than any other game I've played, which surprised me. It's going to be a peacock, I think. Yeah, I thought I saw him peek out of the water. Oh, it's a large. And he was only a 3 pounder on that 6 pound. Oh, I need to start looking at the green arrows and see. Man, let's go out there. Oh, let's take a look at the depth. All right, I'm set at 25 inches. So a friend of mine told me there's only 30, 60, and 90. There's fish that for time of day are going to be between 0 and 30. So if you put it at 10, 12, 15, 17, 20 inches, doesn't matter. They're there. So I'm going to stick with that. This rod I'm at 15 inches, so that's kind of close to the surface, but I'm still within that first 30-inch group, right? So I think, then of course, bottom rod is a whole different deal. So I think I'm going to take this and go just past 30. So let's go with 31. Let's go with 30. Let's go to 36. Screw it. This one, I'm going to knock that around, and this one I'm going to stay in um, the under 30 range, so 0 to 30 inches. Then I'll pull the other one in, recast. Plonk. Man, peeled back the thumbnail, or the fingernail on my thumb. So when I hit that shift button and try to get to the, oh yeah, I was going to look at the depth on this one, right? Do I want to go deep with this guy also? Yeah, I think so, because it's a shiner. Let's go deep. 36. Well, screw it. Let's go 30, 60, 90, right? Um, so between 30 and 60, I gotta get beyond 60, but I don't want my line on the bottom on the bottom, and I think it will be. Watch, my bobber will lilt over. So I don't think it's 60 inches. Oh, look at that! It is 60 inches deep out there. Well, lo and behold. All right, and now this one I set up to be deep. Chuck it out there. Oh, look, my bobber is making a run for it. That shiner is somebody's in hot pursuit. All right, so the 6 pound line way out there is got a fish on, and my chubby bobber is Wow, this is a small fish because it's coming in super easy. Let's keep it high on top of the water. Get it in quick because I saw that other bobber going down. Excellent. It's only at 2.7. All right. And this rod, yeah, it's you can see I'm hitting the top of the drag. Drag is in the red zone. It's only 2.8. Wow. Oh, and that's on my Troy rod. That's a 10 pound. Yeah, that's a 10-pound line, man. Oh man. All right. So I've been playing MXGP 2020, and it's a ridiculously fun game. I've been loving it. But wow, I got hammered yesterday. I was having so much fun playing, and didn't want to quit, but got to keep the streams kind of manageable for editing. So I like to stop them after 45 minutes to an hour. Otherwise, they're just really hard to edit down to something, and very few people will watch an hour and a half stream. But such is life, right? Anyway, I ran through multiple races and was, like I said, having a lot of fun. I think I did 2 or 3 45-minute sessions of racing. So it's three tracks with 2 motos each. So 6 races, and then 6 races, and then 6 races. And it's at least 2 beers for each one. So I was pretty hammered by the end of the. Oh crap! It timed out. By the end there, I keep forgetting to look at the XP. Man. All right, so this looks like my drag is almost at the max. I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. How do you minimize drag? Is plus and minus? Yeah. So I'll watch that on this rod. There's my large minnow, I guess. It almost looked like a fish coming out of the water. It's so freaking exaggeratedly big. But kablam. Okay, now what? Rod one with a frog. I'm really, I guess, pretty impressed with how the frog has been performing in terms of bait. But let's see. Put this in slot 4. Grab the Troy rod. Chuck it out there as far as I can get it. That's as far as I can get it. I'm going to have to put a bigger bobber on here to get a little more weight. Didn't happen to bring one with me, but not that I can recall anyway. All right, so I want to get this thing. Wow, I'm going to have to reduce the speed on that. Man, when you got bait out, there's no time for lures. Which is a good problem to have. I'm not complaining. Let's see, where is my net? 32 pounds of fish. I have an 1,100-pound net. I'm probably not going to be able to fill that today. My max size fish for this that net is 300 pounds. Probably not going to find a 300 pounder here either. Shit, the belugas don't even get that big, do they? I don't think so. Oh man. All right. Well, time to juggle. Let's hope it works out. Okay, we got that one going. And let's get this one going. And none of them seem. Okay, this guy's coming in super fast and easy, so probably just keep him going. Then we'll do another swap. Oh, come on, baby. Ruh-roh. Oh, it almost bounced off. I almost lost it. Just lost the tension on that one. Crap. For a 3-pound fish. Oh well. The fish on that 6-pound line was probably not anything special. All right, so I'm gonna not. Oh shit! I saw it get way up by the red in the drag, so I'm glad I brought my drag down. Whoa, whoa! I'm still getting way up there in the drag. Whoa! All right, so I cranked my drag way the hell down. If this was actually a bigger fish, and this is a heavier line, this is one of my bigger rigs. Huh, a trophy at only 7.5. But because I'm using a 20-pound line, I think, or 20, yeah, I think 20-pound line, look at the XP that I got. 3 red arrows. I have just a little more than 50% of the XP that I shoulda, coulda, woulda had if I'd have caught it on a lesser rod. But, well, it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and toss this over here. I haven't tossed a bottom rod in the peacock spot. So we'll give it a shot. And then I'm going to just skip the bass. Oh, I said I wasn't going to recast the bait rods, right? Oh, well. Let's see. The Phoenix, I think this is, yeah, this is my 6-pound line, and it's coming in quick, so this is going to be a 2-pound. Little tiny fish, maybe 3-pounder. Let's pause and look at the XP. Oh, look at that! It's Channel Cat, 4.5 pounds. Came in so fast, but it's on a 6-pound setup, and I still only got just over 50%. Let's go look at this rod and make sure that I'm. Oh, nope. My bad. The Phoenix is the 20-pound line. Okay. As is my bottom rod is let's go ahead and look here. The bottom rod is 25-pound line, I think. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this guy in and start casting. I want to try the bass jig because it's fairly heavy, and I think with the right rod, I can get out to where I want to get. I believe that's going to be rod number 7. Yep. And that's this bait caster, man, which, like I said, I don't have any real experience with. Yikes. Yeah. Little peacock. 3.5 pounds, less than 50% of the XP that I could have gotten because I have such a heavy line right here. So let's go to inventory and look at this. Is a, yeah, 25-pound line. All right. Well, let's grab the bass jig. And I can't even reach that far. That's a surprise. I really want to get, another 50 feet, 130 feet. Yeah, I want to get way out there by that row of weeds on the right. All right, so I just changed my speed from 1. I accidentally went to 3, and now I'm where I want to be at 2. But I want to get stop and go happening just off the bottom. Okay, so I'm not real familiar with this setup. I do have a much heavier jig, but that makes it harder to jig. I mean, I can cast it farther, but may not get the jig action I want. And yeah, let's just pick this thing up. I'm probably going to bounce from this spot soon. Let's go ahead and see. How can I do over here? Even though it's not the spot I was aiming at. Got the right speed. Keep the rod tip high. Try to keep me off the bottom. Yeah, I haven't used twitching for a long time. Pretty much always use stop and go. I got three dots on twitching though. 2 dots on stop and go. Yeah, it was worth a shot coming back over here. Thought I could get out there a lot farther. Let me look at the jigs. Let's see, 1.5 ounce. Let's try this guy. It's too heavy for the rod. Oh, crapola. Well, I'm glad I noticed. How about the 1 ounce? Terminal tackle weight is optimal. All right, so with 1 ounce, I still can't get out to where I want to be. Damn. Well, yeah, and this thing's so heavy. Pretty tough to get a stop and go happening, but lo and behold, there's a fish on. Oh, look at how low my drag is. Okay, so this can start jacking the drag up. Whoa. Don't want to be too aggressive. I think it was a small fish. This is a fairly heavy line, so yeah, look at that. Just barely over the 50% mark of XP. 3 red arrows. All right, well, here we are. Yeah, I'd really like to run up the side of those weeds like another 50 feet past where I'm actually dropping the lure right now. I really wish you could bring the boats here. Everglades would be so much fun with the boats. All right, so that wasn't getting, yeah, I wasn't getting twitch and I wasn't getting stop and go. Now I got stop and go, but I'm so close to the shore, or so close to the dock that it kind of doesn't matter. Well, I didn't bring a very good casting rig, apparently. And let's go to the map. Not this map. Let's see. Oh no, stay away from the freaking gar. Um, Uni P. Yeah, you can see I have a bunch of markers here. 12-pound uni large. Let's have a look at that. That was on a shiner. Yeah, most of them I think are on shiners. Here's a 9.9. 9.9, that's the same one. 11.7 on the glow crank. 12 pounder. 12.8 the glow crank. Over here I usually have there's 11.2. So I guess let's bounce to this map. And fishing at Old Faithful. I'm going to go ahead and whip out the frog. Oops, that's not a frog. Shoot it right through that ripple we just saw. Yeah, I kind of forgot how I used to do this. It has really been a long time since I played this map at this and these lures, and like I said, I just put some random rod combos together today. This this reel seems stupidly fast. My lure is cutting a frickin' wake like Jaws. Just want to get it popping, and then running it at 1x speed, and it's still cutting a wake like crazy out there. But it's not getting. I'm not getting out. I'm not getting into 2 dots on the retrieve method section. Yeah. So there's a lot of ripple activity at that one spot, and I wonder if I'm in the gar time of day. That might be the issue. But gars wouldn't generally be surfing the top of the water, would they? I mean, I'm sure if I threw bait, there would be activity for bass. There we go. Now we got. I had 2 dots on the popping method out. There we go on the retrieve method. Something's following me. I knew there was something coming. I could see its wake following my lure, like Jaws 2. My frog was Jaws and baby Jaws, and the fish that took it was mommy Jaws or daddy Jaws. Now this is a very light setup. I think this is only 6 pound. To me, that's a very light setup. But you've seen how big you get penalized on the XP, and I already said I'm not really that concerned about the XP. It's more fun when you're using a lightweight rig, because you at least get a fight.